Let's go take all of these classes. I want to take all of them. I started by taking what was it? 3? I think I first took like 3, 4 classes when I first entered the school. Like when I first was what was it? When I first had access to the classes. Good afternoon. What class would you like to take? Let's go down the list, yeah? Or I could revisit a class? No, thank you. I'll just take them in order. Biology 2. You like biology with Mr. Jacques? Sure, he's familiar. Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. I'll try not to. I'm never tardy. Literally, all of my life, I've never been tardy to anything. Because my mom makes sure that we're not tardy. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Did y'all try using the ZR button to let your Pokemon out as I taught you in our class? Walking along with your Pokemon lets you see how unique and cute they all are. I'd also highly recommend picnics for when you want to spend some quality time together with the Pokemon in your party. You can get them all around the table to make sandwiches and play. It's really a lot of fun. If you want to learn more about making food, Mr. Sagurero's sure, class is the best place to go. Now, sometimes while you're enjoying a picnic with your Pokemon, you may find something very, very important in the basket next to your table. This very important something is what Pokemon are born from. Let's all say it together. Eggs! Phew, you got it all right. The very important thing, something I'm talking about, is a Pokemon egg. It's not clear where the eggs come from, but they're probably placed in the basket rather stealthily by the Pokemon at the picnic. Walking around with an egg will help warm it, which allows it to hatch. Eggs won't warm up by sitting in boxes, though. You need to have them in your party. And here's one more super important thing I'd like you to remember about eggs. Pokemon entrust us with their eggs because they all believe in us. So I'm sure I'm, I sure would be happy to see you all being responsible parents for your little Pokemon eggs. Whoops, my most important point came right as the bell rang. Well, see you all next time. That was a really short class. Hello, Arya. Rose. I'm doing great. Thanks. How are you doing? Biology 3, let's do that. That's great. I live in Texas. Arya. You like biology? Yes, I would. Class will begin soon. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Ooh, the UK. Nice. I've heard of that place. I've heard of it. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs in our last class together. Ah, on that note, is everyone using the Pokédex? It registers Pokemon born from eggs as well as those encountered via other methods, so don't worry about that. And just so you know, I'm the one who developed the Pokédex app. It was way before I started teaching here at the academy, though. Back then, I was a researcher. In fact, Director Clavel wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching along me at the same facility. We got to research Pokemon together day in, day out. Those sure were fun times. I got yelled at the time, though. Wait a second, how did I get onto this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokédex. Anyway, today I'd like to teach you about catching Pokemon. As you all know, a great way to catch Pokemon more easily is to first lower its HP. Arya, I am just a Nintendo person. You'll never see me playing anything else but the Nintendo Switch. So I play the more cute games, the more cutesy games. Mario, Pokemon, Kirby. Yeah. But there's another way to up your chances of successful catch. Can you guess what it is? Inflict it with a status condition. Wow, that's right. Great job. The correct technique for making Pokemon easier to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep is an especially effective status condition and makes Pokemon drastically easier to catch. If you have a Pokemon that can use moves that put opponents to sleep, like Sleep Powder or Hypnosis, filling up the Pokédex will be a cinch. Yeah, but not for me, because I don't use those. There are other ways to improve your catch rate as well, like using Pokeball specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Eating food that gives you catching power works too. Or sneaking up on Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle. You have a great day too, Arya. If you're having trouble, you may want to take the rounds to the gyms to get gym badges. Earning gym badges will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels. Please do come show me your Pokédexes once they start to fill up. Another day, another enjoyable class. Oh yeah, don't forget, our next class will be a test. Ooh, a test. I hope I could pass this test. I'm just like zooming through the text. I don't even like know what he's talking about. I heard eggs, eggs, eggs. Pokédex, Pokédex, eggs, Pokédex. That's what I heard. Biology midterm. Let's do it. If I fail this, I'm gonna be so upset at myself. Like, this is all basic. I knew this, like, for so many years already. That's why I'm just rushing through the text. And I forgot what he taught first. Like, the very first class. Because it was, like, so long ago, I forget what he taught. Today is our midterm exam. It sure feels good to fill in those empty spaces on the answer sheet, doesn't it? Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. Okay, what button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its ball so that it could walk with you? ZR? Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where eggs are found. Okay. One letter and one number. Okay, during picnics and in your basket. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up eggs? Walking around. What will not make Pokemon easier to catch? Okay. Giving them a berry. What will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels? Gym badges. This question won't affect your grade. How do you like the Pokédex? Is it easy to use? I'd be happy to hear your honest opinion. It's alright. It's easy to use. Alright everyone, time's up. I hope you all enjoyed tackling those questions. The last question was just something that I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about it, okay? I'll grade these right away. I hope you all looking forward to seeing how you did. I better get 100 on that. If I don't, if I even get like a 99, I'm gonna be upset. It feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's have a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams, and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your biology test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score. Congratulations. Mr. Jacques asked us to give this reward to any students who pass the exam. Ooh. Do they have to be small? You had to put them as small, huh? Keep doing your best. Okay. Cool. Good evening. What class would you like to take? Biology 4. Okay. I thought I was done with biology, but I guess we're still going. There's more classes than I thought. Classes will begin soon. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Y'all did great on your midterm exam. Thanks for answering my little question at the end, too. I'll be sure to keep your responses in mind. Alright, now we're heading into the last half of our classes together. It's time for our knowledge to evolve and grow just like our Pokemon. Evolution. Yep, haha, evolution. Today we're going to learn about the fascinating phenomenon of Pokemon evolution. As your Pokemon battle and level up, they learn moves and get stronger. And for some Pokemon, once they've leveled enough, their appearance changes and their stats increase, sometimes by a lot. That's Pokemon evolution. Pokemon become very strong when they evolve, making them trusty partners in battle. But some people prefer to keep the Pokemon in their adorable pre-evolved states. To do this, you just need to remember a certain button when your Pokemon begins to evolve. Say it with me if you already know. To cancel evolution, press the B button. That's right, everyone. B for best answer. What? The button you want when you need to stop a Pokemon from evolving is the B button. If you press this button soon after a Pokemon begins to evolve, you can stop it from changing. You can also let your Pokemon hold an item known as an Everstone to keep it from evolving, and keep in mind that the requirements for evolution differ from Pokemon to Pokemon. Some may evolve by having certain items such as Firestone or Thunderstone used on them. Others may have a specific move or defeat a specific Pokemon in battle to evolve. The way Primeape evolves into Annihilape is especially strange. You see, there's a certain move that... Whoops, sorry, it looks like we're out of time. I guess we'll have to end the class here today. Thank you all for your attention. Alright. Biology 5. Let's go. What are we learning next? I wonder. So if biology teaches you eggs and Pokédex and what did we just learn? Evolution. What will math teach us? What will everything else teach us? Because biology in this game is weird. But before we get going, do y'all remember the final question from our midterm exam? Well, Director Clavel found out about it somehow, and I got yelled at. Whoops. Apparently he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. He must have noticed all the color flush right out of my face, haha. Speaking of color, today I'd like to teach you all about the colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different coloration or patterning on their bodies based on the gender or individual differences. In very rare cases, a Pokemon may have wildly different coloration compared to others of the same species. We call these specimens shiny Pokemon. It is quite rare to cross paths with one. Does anyone here know what the likelihood of finding a shiny Pokemon is? 1 in 4,000. I just looked it up. Wow, that's right. You may have the makings of a Pokemon professor. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg, too. Eggs from a pair of Pokemon raised around differing languages are a special case. There is a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs, but we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. I've also heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? This claim can't be scientifically verified, but it sure would be fun if it were true. Whoops, that's the bell. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Okay, so that one we learned about shinies. It feels like not all of this is like biology of Pokemon. You know? Like one class he was talking about the Pokédex. Like, what does that have to do with biology? And I guess shiny Pokemon does have to do with biology, but still. One class he talked about the Pokédex. He's like, fill out your Pokédexes and report back to me. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Next time we meet, we'll have our final exam. That means today's our last actual class. And the topic for this last class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of forms as the shapes or appearances that Pokemon have. There's also a phenomenon called a form change, where Pokemon's appearance changes under certain conditions. Cyclizar, for example, which we regularly ride on as transportation here in Paldea has 3 forms. It does? Now that is new. I only caught a Cyclizar in its dried form, right? But I never knew it had other forms. First is its basic form, where it walks on 4 legs. Second is its battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to get into battle. Wait, it walks? So I've caught the first one he said, where it's just walking. Okay. Well, wait. They really call that a form though? If it's just battling, is that really called a form? There's the ride form, where it inflates its throat sac and tail so it could ride on its back. Okay, so that's the one I caught? I don't know. I don't even know what I caught. Though we can use something you are carrying with you, now is an even better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Some smartphones are inhabited by a certain Pokemon. Does anyone know what Pokemon I'm referring to? Heracross. You're a regular expert in Pokemon and technology, aren't you, Kiara? The Pokemon inside your smartphone is Rotom, and it does all sorts of things to help you out. A Rotom inside a Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. An ordinary Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though. Many Pokemon that change form do so simply by holding an item or by having one used on them. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change form. Form changes are different from evolution in that the Pokemon can return to its original form, and unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth between its forms. There's a lot to dig into with this form change phenomenon, as you can see. We can all learn something from Pokemon here, don't you think? Bit of a stretch, but I'd be happy to see you all enjoy your time at the Academy to the fullest and change form into a new version of yourselves. Or something like that, anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. Regional forms, which vary based on what region a Pokemon come from, don't change like other forms. They're an innate... Whoops, there's the bell. I guess I was scatterbrained Mr. Jacques right up to the very end, huh? I had a great time teaching all of you. I hope you'll do your best on the final exam. I thought I already passed the final exam. Did I already pass it? Because the person said if you get 4 or 4 in the midterms, then you pass the final. Isn't that what she said? I don't remember what she said. Let's do biology final. You like biology? Yes, I would. Okay. I thought she said something about that I already passed the final exam. I don't know. I don't remember stuff. I probably should. I will cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you all will do just fine. Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch a Pokemon? How many of the following? Okay. Inflicting paralysis and surprising from behind. 2. Yeah, right. I have no idea what a Poketoy is, but I don't think it will do anything. True or false? You can get new Pokemon only by catching them yourselves or trading with other trainers. Only by catching them yourselves or trading with other trainers. Catching themselves, trading with other trainers. Sure. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, it will use, while using an item that induces evolution, such as a Firestone, cause it to evolve? Oh, shoot. That's actually a good question. I don't think it will. An Everstone makes sure that your Pokemon won't evolve. But then if you use a stone on a Pokemon... No. If you use a Firestone, you'll have to take away the Everstone to just use the Firestone, right? Because you have to give it a Firestone or an Everstone if you want it to evolve or not. So... yes, it will? Wait, I'm confused now. Will using an item that induces evolution, such as fast stone comes along? I'm gonna say no, even though I just said yes. What? You guys, give me one moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I feel like I should know this. Yeah, so I was gonna say no, right? Like, if a Pokemon holding an Everstone, they're saying that the Pokemon is already holding an Everstone, okay? It's in its hands. And then you give it a Firestone, it won't evolve, right? I'm gonna say no. What is the probability of running into a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,000. True or false, the Pokemon known as Oricorio has 3 forms. False, it has 4. Right? I don't know the names of the forms, but I know there's yellow, red, blue. No, there's no blue. Purple? No, I don't know. Don't mind what I'm doing right now. I feel like there's 4. I just feel like there's 4. I got it right. Okay. Good. I just had to check. There was blue as well. There's pink, blue, yellow, and red. So will this be false? Or will it be true? Because, yeah, it has 3 forms, but it also has 1 more. I don't know. This question won't affect your grade. Do you have anything you would like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing, but I sure had fun as your teacher. Thank you for being our teacher. Okay, time's up whether you like it or not. I hope everyone enjoyed tackling those questions. I snuck in a little bonus question there right at the end. Shh, our little secret. Don't tell the director. I'll grade these right away. I hope y'all looking forward to seeing how you did. I'm scared. I'm legitimately scared. You think I know Pokemon, but I don't. Apparently, according to this class. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams, and 4 questions... Oh, that's what she was saying, okay. I don't know why she mentioned the final exams then. 4 out of 5. Of course. That's a passing score. Mr. Jacques asks us to give this reward to any students who pass the exam. Okay, those are Experience Candies medium. Cool. Keep doing your best. Alright, so I'm done with biology. Could I take it again, though? What happens if I do put that? Biology. Okay, I can't take the midterms or the final exam. Dang it! I wanted to take the final again. Alright. Nope. Let's do math. You like math in this time? Sure. Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. Now, all throughout school, I was amazing at math. It was my best subject. Until I got to senior year of high school. Then, it was my worst subject. I don't know why. I was taking like a college math class in high school. And it was just too hard for me. Anyways, let's see what Pokemon math is like. Let's have a fun class today. Tell me, do y'all enjoy shopping? Buying tasty bread or choosing clothes? Even just window shopping is just so much fun. In today's class, I'd like to use shopping, one of my own favorite hobbies, mind you, to teach you all about math. How is that gonna work? I'm sure everyone here has visited a Pokemon Mart at least once. They sell all sorts of Pokemon items. Pokeballs are one of the many useful items you can find there. They cost 200 each. Now then, I'd like you all to do some thinking with me here. Hey, is that Nimona? At the desk in front of me? Is that Nimona? I don't know. One Pokeball is 200. If you had 2,000 and bought as many Pokeballs as you could afford, how many would you receive? Well, it's not 9 or 11. Oh dear. Just kidding. With 200 you could put... Okay, it was a bit of a trick question. If you purchase 10 or more of any one type of Pokeball, you will also receive one Premier Ball. Tricker. She tricked me. A special white ball as a bonus. So the correct answer is 11. It sure is nice to get a little bonus like that on a shopping trip, isn't it? Well, that was a fast class. Oh my, is that the bell? I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. I'm looking forward to seeing you all next class. I hope you're looking forward to it too. I'm not, because I don't like school. But, sure. Trick question. I wasn't even thinking about that. I would have guessed correctly if I was thinking about it. But no, I was honestly just doing math. Alright. Okay, so I guess we did one question in math. Sure. What's up next? We're going to do 2 questions in math? Using shopping as math. Alright. Whatever, Miss Time. I think that is Nimona. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Tell me, do you all enjoy fortune-telling, horoscopes, and the like? I think it feels great to read your horoscope and see that it says good luck is coming your way. So today I like to teach you all math while focusing on the topic of luck. What? Perhaps you have seen the following phrase crop up during Pokemon battles before. A critical hit. When a Pokemon attack lands a critical hit, the damage it deals is increased by half. In other words, it does 1.5 times as much damage as it normally would. It is truly luck that determines whether your Pokemon lands a critical hit or has one landed on it. This can cause a great upset in battle. Does anyone know what percent chance a Pokemon has of landing a critical hit? God, what? What? I mean, I don't even know. I'm assuming 4% out of these options. 12 in 100 hits. I mean, you land a critical hit quite often, right? Kinda? I want to say 12. That might cause a bit too critical. Yeah, I never would have guessed that. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm just like, wait. The chance of landing a critical hit is said to be 1 in 24, which figures to roughly 4.17%. The odds are more favorable for certain moves, though. Why moves such as Stone Edge and Shadow Claw have about 12% chance. You can also use a move called Focus Energy or an item known as a Dire Hit. Both raise the critical hit ratio by 2 stages. That's about 50% chance to land a critical hit. It feels great to land a critical hit, but perhaps not so great to be struck by one. There's a surprising amount of mathematical probability hidden in Pokemon battles, you know. If you're able to do the calculations, that'll swing luck in your favor. It may open the door for more strategic choices for you during battle. Is that the bell? I suppose that's all for now. Next class will be a fun midterm. I hope y'all looking forward to it. I am not. Hey, mommy. I'm like failing math in Pokemon World. Can you believe I'm like failing Pokemon math? I have no idea what we're doing. This math class is hard. Biology was easier. Alright, it's time to begin our midterm exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How much damage does Water Gun do if it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? Double. I just had to double check. How much damage does Razor Leaf do when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? Half. Razor Leaf against Fire-type. If you spend $2,000 on $200 Pokeballs as possible. How much would you get? 11. I'm not gonna mess up that time. What percent chance does a Pokemon usually have to land a critical hit? About 4%. How much damage does a move deal when it lands a critical hit? How much damage does a move deal when it lands a critical? 1.5. That's what she said, right? 1.5. Alright, everyone, time is up. Put your hands on your laps now. You were all concentrating so hard, I can't wait to see how you did. Do go and ask for your scores at the front desk, and then take a nice break. Okay. Sure. Feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm. You answered 5 out of 5 correctly. That's a passing score. I'm just reading what she's saying. Keep doing your best. Okay. I'm gonna take math again. Let's work towards the finals. Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. Well done on the midterm exam. Some of you earned perfect scores and others seem to have a bit of trouble, but I can tell that you all tried your best. I'm quite pleased to say that every last one of you passed. I can only assume that this means you have all come to love numbers. No. Stay sharp and try your best for the rest of my classes too. Speaking of staying sharp, do you know how the word applies to Pokemon battles? That's right, it has to do with stat boosts. Oh god, I don't know about stats. A Pokemon's stats can rise and fall throughout the course of battle, correct? For example, if Pokemon uses the move Work Up, its attack and special attack stats will rise by 1 stage each. And as you may know, each time a Pokemon's attack or special attack rises 1 stage, moves affected by that stat will deal 50% more damage. If that same Pokemon from our previous example were to use Work Up again, both its attack and special attack will have risen by 2 stages total. This results in a 100% increase to damage dealt, making this move twice as strong. Sword Dance, on the other hand, boosts attack by 2 stages at once, allowing the Pokemon to deal double damage after just a single use. Using Sword Dance twice would boost the Pokemon's attack stat by 4 stages. How much more damage then would this Pokemon deal? I don't know. I don't know math. Pokemon math is hard. Pokemon stat by 4 stages. How much more damage would this Pokemon deal? I'm assuming 4? My mom says 4, so I'll go with 4. This question is a tricky one, isn't it? Just because it boosts Pokemon stat by 4 stages doesn't mean the damage is quadrupled. I guess it's doubled. I'm not paying attention to what she's saying. Each stage that a Pokemon's attack or special attack stat is raised increases its damage by 50%. So that'll mean 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50? So double? I don't know. So being raised by 4 stages will result in a 4 times 50% or 200% increase. The base damage of a move is 100%, so adding 200% to that gives us 300%. What? In other words, the next move the Pokemon uses will deal triple damage. Type matchups, critical hit damage, and other factors all play into these calculations as well. So even a small boost must be taken seriously. By the way, if a stat simply rose, that means it has gone up by 1 stage. If it rose sharply, that's 2 stages. If it rose drastically, that's 3 stages. Just so you know, the X attack and X special attack items, which can only be used in battle, can be used to sharply boost those respective stats. That was a long class. Today's lesson was a little difficult, so be sure to review what we learned in order to stay sharp. Yep. I'll see you all next class. I don't know math. Math is hard in Pokemon world. I never pay attention to stats. Stats are just not in my brain. Why? Alright, this better be an easy class. I'm assuming that says Uva Academy. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Did you make sure to review last class's material in order to stay sharp? No, I did not. I know it was a little difficult with all that talk of multiplication and percentages and the like, but today we'll be talking about percentages again to learn about probability. Oh my god! That may sound like we're going to have another difficult class, but did you know that all of you already deal with probability on a regular basis? No. Pokemon moves generally have a property called accuracy, which determines the probability that they will hit. The accuracy of tackle is 100 or 100%, so if you were to use tackle 100 times, you could expect to hit it all 100 times. The move Hypnosis, which puts Pokemon to sleep, has an accuracy of 60 or 60%. That means you could expect it to hit 60 times in 100 uses. To put that another way, out of 100 uses, you could expect it to miss 40 times. Many of the truly powerful moves often tend to have lower accuracy. So when you're deciding whether to go slow or steady with moves that are short to hit, or hard and fast with stronger but less accurate moves, you're already studying probability. Let me see here. Perhaps Surf and Hydro Pump would be good examples for this discussion. Surf has a power of 90, its accuracy is 100, meaning you can expect it to hit every time. Hydro Pump's accuracy is only 80, but when it hits, its power is 110. So between Surf and Hydro Pump, which move would you want to use yourselves? Surf. I see it's slow and steady wins the race for you. I may have made it sound like there was a correct answer here, but there's not. You're free to use any moves you wish. Factors like PP or a number of targets hit may make some moves more suited to certain situations. However, trading accuracy for power, or vice versa, is purely a matter of preference. This Surf versus Hydro Pump debate has been ongoing for quite some time. Personally, I'm more invested in debating the rock-type moves Rock Slide and Stone Edge. Let me tell you, I could get really worked up talking about those moves, but oh my, that's a bell, what a shame. Next class will be the last one, the last of our time together, so show up 100% ready to go. Okay, that was an easier class. There's no way I could have failed that question. I just did the honest answer. I would have honestly rather have Surf than Hydro Pump. Because I'd rather go for accuracy. Accuracy is the best. Alright. Class will begin soon. I'll try not to be tardy. I hope we can have fun once again today for our last class together. Last time we learned about probability using move accuracy as an example. Probability is quite an interesting subject. Did you know that in a class with 40 students, there is a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? I don't think that's true. I think it's like there's a chance that, 1 or less will have the same birthday. Like if I'm thinking to real life here, there's no way that 2 of us will have the same birthday in one of my high school classes. There's no way. Or even a chance. Because, there's 365 days in a year, so... This is true even despite the fact that there are over 300 days each year. Isn't that remarkable? But let's move on to today's topic before we get swept along with probability again. I'm teaching you all how to calculate damage in this class using examples like type matchups, critical hit, stat boosts, and the like. All of these variables are multiplied together to calculate damage dealt to an opponent. However, Did you know that there is an even simpler way to increase the damage of your Pokemon's moves? All you have to do is have your Pokemon use the move it shares type with. If a Rock-type Pokemon uses a Rock-type move, Stone Edge, the move's base power of 100 is multiplied by 1.5 to become 150. Ground and Rock may seem like similar types, but if a Ground-type Pokemon uses Stone Edge, the move's power will remain 100. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers onto this little numerical increase, so it most certainly must not be taken lightly. Let me ask you a question to see if you understand what I'm talking about here. Say you have a move with the power of 100. If a Pokemon that shares a type with this move uses it and hits an opponent that is weak to that type, what happens to that move's power? If a Pokemon it shares a type with uses it and hits an opponent that is weak to that type, it's weak to the type. 300? Because if it's super effective, that adds, some sort of number. Some sort of number. But then it also uses the Pokemon also uses the same type as it. So that adds... Oh, God. I don't know math. I'm going to say 200. Close, but the power of 200 would... Okay, yeah. So I got it right then, right? The first time? It's 300? First, using a move that shares a type with its user multiplies the move power by 100. Power of 100 by 1.5, making power 150. The fact that the opponent is weak to the move then doubles that power. Okay, that's how you get to 300. I was very confused about that. The original power of the move ends up being tripled. Isn't that amazing? What's more, if a Pokemon terrestrializes, its Terra type matches one of its original types, then the bonus it gets for using a move of that same type increases from 1.5 to 2. So then it'll be a total of 400? Of course, being able to use a lot of moves with different types is great as well. That's one way you could surprise your opponent. In the end, your own innate characteristics are what will really let you shine the most. Bear in mind that this is true for both humans and Pokemon. It sure would make me happy if you could take those words to heart, but I suppose I should really have shared this basic advice right from our first lesson. My apologies. And just like that, class is over. The last of our time together flew by in the blink of an eye. It was so much fun to be able to teach all of you eager students about numbers. Next class will be a fun final exam. Be sure to review the material well in preparation. I'm gonna fail it. Just know it. I do not know anything about Pokemon math. Cause this one actually focused on one topic, which was math. Unlike Jacques, who talked about the Pokédex. I don't see how that would relate to biology, but maybe it does. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, the math final is gonna crush me. I missed one question on the midterm, right? Or no? No, I didn't. Never mind. But the math final is gonna crush me. I don't know anything about stats. I don't pay attention to, how more effective it would be if I use a super effective attack. I just pay attention to, is it super effective? Then use it. That's all I do. Alright, everyone. It's time to begin our final exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How many Great Balls could you purchase with 3,000 if one costs 600? 600. 600. Hold on, let me think. 1,800. 24. That would be 4. 5. If a water-type move with the power of 100 lands a critical hit on a grass-type Pokemon, what will the move's power be? A water-type move with a power of 100 lands a critical hit. Then it's... what will the move's power be? Water-type move on a grass-type Pokemon won't be very effective. but it lands a critical hit. So 75, I think, because it's doubled because it's not very effective. I mean, no, it's cut in half. It's not doubled. It's cut in half because it's not very effective, and then it's still a critical hit. So 75. Under normal conditions, what % chance does Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? Stone Edge have to land a critical hit. They said 12, right? If a Pokemon uses Sword Stance twice to boost its attack by 4 stages, how much damage will its physical moves then do? Double, I think. I don't even know. If a Rock-type Pokemon whose Terra type is Rock terrestrializes, what will the power of its Rock-type moves be multiplied by? Rock-type Pokemon whose Terra type is Rock. I think that's just 1.5, right? I don't think it's doubled. It's just 1.5. I think. Yeah? Alright. Time is up. Put your hands on your laps now. Okay. This test will be the culmination of all I taught you, and I'm sure y'all did just fine. Do go and ask for your scores at the front desk. I'm going to take a nice break. I'm legit scared. I feel like I missed like 2 questions. At least 2. So that means I will fail, right? Alright, 4 questions to pass the final exam. Wow. Okay. I will do that. Okay. So that's how you take it again. If you fail it, you have to take it again. Wow, I actually failed that. And at the beginning of this math, spree that we're doing, I mentioned that I was the best at math all throughout school. But apparently in this school, it's different. Alright. Skip. How many great balls? Let's do my math again. And by that, I mean I'm going to cheat. How many great balls? If each costs 600. So my answer is 5. Okay, before I even do anything on this calculator. My answer is 5. Okay, it's 5. See, I got that one right. So we're good. If a water type, okay, this one. If a water type move with the power of 100 lands a critical hit on a grass type Pokemon, what will the move's power be? I feel like I got this one wrong, just because I was unsure. Water type move with the power of 100. I feel like it should be 75, right? Or should it be 100? No, because it's not very effective. Lands a critical hit. Okay, I'm going to put 75 again. I might have got the next one wrong. I'm going to put 75. Under normal conditions, what % chance does Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? I just have to look it up. What % chance does Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? No. Hold on. What % chance does Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? I got that one right. If a Pokemon uses Sword Stance twice to boost its attack by 4 stages, how much damage will the physical moves then do? If a Pokemon uses Sword Stance, so it boosts by 4 stages, how much damage will its physical moves do? What does Sword Stance do? I don't even know what Sword Stance does. Let's see. What did I say? I think I said double. This one I got wrong. It is going to be triple. I think I said double before. For rock type Pokemon whose Terra type is rock, Terrestrialize what will the okay. That's gotta be 5 out of 5. Because the last question I honestly really cheated on. I really cheated on the last question. I'm sorry, you guys, I had to. I didn't have to, I just needed 4 correct, but I just had to cheat on the last one as well. I had to get a perfect score. Okay. Thanks. Keep doing your best. Okay then. I had to cheat on that one.